So on this gym tip video, I like to talk about intensity over volume. And something as I wish I'd known younger, in honesty, is I'm becoming much more, at least for myself, a believer in intensity versus volume. And what I mean by that is, let's say you go to the squat. So you go to the squat and you do 3 sets of 5. Easy word. So you do 3 sets of 5 with 100 kilos. If you can do 3 sets of 5 with 100 kilos, you could have probably done more on that first set. So which do you think makes the most sense, in your opinion? 3 sets of 5 on the squat, then doing 3 sets of 10 on the leg press, 3 sets of 10 on hamstring curls, 3 sets of 10 on seated hamstring curls. And you go through a variety of exercises, like a lot of people do. Oh, which one do you think is going to smash your legs more on the quad day? We'll just do quads for this point. You go in to the gym, you warm up, and you go for your 100 kilos. You're not going to do 5 reps. You get 5 reps. You know what? There's more in there. You do 6 reps now. You do 7 reps. Maybe. And you get your 8th rep. You're like, oh, like that. And you get that 8th rep. You've pushed yourself. That's the maximum you could do is 8 reps. If you'd gone for a 9th, you'd been a pancake. That's going to hit all them fast twitch muscles fibers. That is going to put your body under much more tension. It's going to do so much more than that. It's going to be a hard set because now you've trained to fail. You've trained as hard as you can. You have a 3-minute break, 3-minute break, whatever you need. You've lowered the weight, and now you do 20 reps on the squat. And you get your last 5 reps, like, you think you're going to vomit, your 18th rep, you're like, nah, I'm going to die. But you get them out. You get them 20 reps out. Next week, you're going to go up by 1.5 kg, 2 kg, whatever. You know, you've got those reps, and you're going to do the same again. You've constantly progressing. Which one do you think is going to do more? I can guarantee you it'll be that squat workout where you've pushed yourself to the limit. Same on the bench. You know, go all out, boom. Other methods people can do. Some people say, hey, I'm stuck on my bench. You know, someone said recently, they went, hey, I got to 140 on bench, but I've been stuck on it a while. Some little tips here. So do your main set. Do how I've just said there. Do your bench press. Let's say you can get 5 reps. Just an easy number for me to use for this example. 5, 8, whatever. So you get your 5 reps. On your 5th rep, you're like, whoa, and you rack it. You need a catch for this. So you re-rack it. Wait 40 seconds. Take the weight out again. You will get another 1 or 2 reps. Wait another 40 seconds and do it again. Rest pause is one of the quickest ways to build up your strength. And I guarantee you, you'll find yourself going to that same weight and going, hey, you know what, I can get 8 straight sets, I can get 10 sets, and you will progress so much. So don't just look at the volume. Now, does that mean that volume doesn't work? No, it can do, and it's a different way of training. It's just, I think, personally, in my belief, I think you can get more from intensity. I mean, when you look at things logically, what makes more sense? Doing a set of squats for 3 sets of 5? Because if you can get 5 reps for your first set, and you can get 5 for your second set, you've probably not gone to muscular failure, you know, or anywhere near. Or doing that one set where you're all out, feel like you're going to die, and then do it thin. You know, it makes much more sense to me. Same with the biceps, you know, and all the exercises. Progressive overload is always the key. Now, I've seen good success before with volume. I've done 8x8, I've done 10x10, which I've really gone away from, truthfully. I used to do an arm blaster that a load of people loved, and it was like, I'd do biceps, triceps, blah, 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 and 30 minutes, and I'd have no break. Like, literally, I was just machine, dumbbell, and there'd be no break. And I did that for my biceps and triceps. You know, and yeah, it did. They worked, they grew. But I think had I spent that time getting the weight and going, you know what, rather than just doing my endurance, which is great for when you're doing boxing, martial arts and other stuff, but you know what, I'll get the weight, and I'll take my dumbbell curls, say, from 20 kg to 33 kg. I'd have seen more growth than I would going, you know what, I'm going to do these 20s, and I'm going to do 12 reps, all right, I can't do any more. So now what I'll do is, I'll do a set of skull crushers. Okay, now I'll go back to them curls. Now I'll go back to skull crushers. Now I'll go to tricep extensions. Now I'll go to hammer curls. Now I'll go to cable curls. Now I'll go to cluster put, you know what I mean? Pushing it a much more intense, even that's intense, and it is intense, of course. It was very volumized. I think you can see more by increasing the weights, and then some of the other stuff you can add in later on.